All right, Christine, we are talking to sellers right now, okay? So when we're selling our house, we need to purchase an owner's policy. What are we purchasing? What does that do for us?
Okay. So what you're doing is if you are listing, right,
Yes.
a seller's home, the seller will pay for the owner's policy for the buyer, okay?
Okay.
And that owner's policy is basically, because the buyer is going to end up taking possession of the home at closing. So the owner's policy is basically ensuring that we searched everything of record, all right? But if something comes up to where we missed it, like an heir, let's say an heir comes knocking on this person's door and says, hey, this is my house, that would be where your policy will have to kick in.
Okay.
And you would have to file a claim, right? And of course, anything that may have been like a forged mortgage, forgery. And again, the policy covers you the length of the time that you own the home. So it's something that you have all the way through till you actually sell your home again.
Okay.
Now, we did all this searching prior to closing.
Right.
So anything that shows up after the closing, that's not covered underneath your owner's policy.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So it's everything up to the day of closing that is, everything's covered. So again, if somebody comes, if we missed a mortgage out there and it was filed in the time that before you closed and we missed it, there would be something that you would have to, that's where your owner's policy kicks in and says, hey, this mortgage company is coming after me. You guys missed this mortgage. And of course, that's where a claim would come into play there too. So yeah.
Definitely very important to have.
Yes, yeah. Because we can only search, like I said, anything of record. And there are, I mean, you could be the most experienced examiner and searcher out there. There might be some things that you just can't find because of the fact that it wasn't recorded or things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, or recorded later.
Or
after you searched it.
Well, and again, if it's recorded later after you close, that's where it would be the responsibility of the new owner.
The new owner, yeah.
Yes, at that point, okay?
Yeah.
Because they've already taken possession of the house and then it got filed.
Right.
Which brings to a good point because municipalities will do that sometimes. So as an agent, when you're working with your agent, one of the things that they should do is call those municipalities to make sure that there is no outstanding water bill or sewer bill, because there is times where they may not even file with the courts. They might file it after the new buyer moved in, but it was because of the previous owner.
Yeah.
So having the agent do their due diligence and calling the municipalities will help a great deal.
Yeah, very important.
Because again, we can only search things of record.
Right, right.
Okay.
Very helpful. Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.